I just need it for future reference, mate.
Yeah, I'll put mine in there.
Alright, just listen up, guys. So, following on from last week's game, Southside are a better footballing team than Mariba. It's a smaller pitch, and again, history tells us that we've been effective against Southside by playing a certain way compared to what we normally play. They normally play with two high fullbacks, yep, and they keep their fullbacks nice and high, and they keep their wide man high. Jeff and Liam, you're going to mark their fullbacks when they're playing out from the back. They never play a long ball, so they always play out from the back. Chris and guys, Kyle, just let them have it. Drop back into space here, just what we worked on Thursday. Balls you want to... Right, this is where Southside break their play down. They love the big guy on the right-hand side, their best player, who he gave you a nightmare last time we played. Try and force the ball. Try and force the ball into central channels, because once it goes into here, they become a bit clueless. Okay, they run out of ideas. Their strengths are both wide areas and Dylan Source. Dylan Source normally operates as a striker or a deep line runner. So if they're playing the centre areas here, can we win it? Just be mindful, the two centre-backs, Jake and Gussie, that they don't play balls over the top, because he always makes runs over the top, okay? If they can't try and play through you, okay? So Gosling, and even when we get... So even when, if the ball's getting pressed this side and we're covering around and Jeff's got a cross, and they try and switch the ball quickly, Gosling, your job is, can we get tight to the wide player, then Jeff will cover you, all right? Once we win the ball in these areas here, think about your transition moments, all right? Once we win it, can Liam and Jeff, can we break? And Cole Nickel, can we look to break straight away? If win the ball's in there, look to try and play in between. Liam and Jeff, try and be a little bit more narrow when we're in possession of the ball as well. Because if we're playing those long balls to Jamie, especially from goal kicks, Adam, I want you two to play just next to him. Alright? Play next to him for flick-ons, Jamie, okay? Yeah. So when the ball comes up, don't look to chest it or try and hold it. Flick it on for Jeff and Liam. If you're too wide, there's be no point. You're not going to get there in time. So Jeff and Liam from goal kicks, try and stay narrow. In possession of the ball, we're going to keep our fullbacks nice and high. Two centre-backs split. Chris and Dutchy operate as a 6 and 8 to start off with. Now, if we get a lot of joy and we're doing well with it, I'll push Chris on and I'll invert Gosley. But at this moment in time, you're going to play as a wide fullback, okay? That's why Jeff's going to be a bit more narrow. He can make those runs in between. You provide the width. If Jeff provides the width, then you go in. Okay? Same with Glenn, same with you. You do exactly the same. Adam, first 15 minutes of the game, no passing out from the back. You play, look for Jamie, look for flick-ons, okay? Settle yourself down first. Once we've settled into the game, then we go again. Alright, then we can look to go, relax, get on the ball, let's play. Chris, most important game for the season for you, with your experience, I want you to step up today. A proper performance from you today. And again, you owe it to yourself to go out on that pitch and put a performance in. Now, your relationship with Dutchy, I don't want to hear arguing, I don't want to hear you're in my position. You know how to play that position. Let's work together. Let's have a professional performance. Because every time Dutchy has someone next to him, go mate, go up, I don't want you in, I'm on my own. No, you sit in, they get wide, can we pick up in between the lines? You guys are the blockers, okay? Stop anything going through. Win those balls, okay? Win them, can we break quickly? Alright, I don't want to see Jeff coming to feet. If we break, I don't want to see Jeff coming to feet straight away. I want you breaking in behind, okay? If we've got safe possession of the ball, then play. Don't try and force it on every 2 seconds. Can we try and play? Can we get the ball into Cole's feet? Can we try and get Jamie in behind as well? Jamie, just a working man's Englishman's performance, mate. Ugly, a nightmare. Just give him hell, mate. Alright? Don't press. If they play out from goal kicks, just drop it into here, just on the D, and let them play. Our transition moment, our trigger moment, is when the ball just goes before the D. When it goes before the D, that's when we can start triggering to try and win that ball. What I don't want to see, what Chris touched upon on Thursday, and Cole did, is we're dropping too deep. If we drop too deep into these areas here, once the ball breaks, we've got no one to break with us. Alright, so it's very important we don't drop too deep. Otherwise, we're going to play balls into nowhere. And we need to get Liam and Jeff in behind as much as possible. Shape was decent against Mariba, fitness wasn't, so hopefully the fitness has improved. The grass up there is quite long. It's going to be slow, it's going to be very slow. So Southside like playing quick, so it couldn't be helping our advantage. Don't forget, they've lost a lot of players, but they're still going to be strong. They're not a bad team. Everyone has their best team against Marlin Coast, but if you win this game, you consolidate finals. You consolidate it, basically. Because Mariba are playing like us. If Mariba lose, you definitely consolidate it. This club, or this ground, has been a graveyard since the day I walked into it. Every single home game I've been at this club, it's been no fans, no atmosphere, which gets projected onto how you perform on the pitch. Because sometimes you need a little lifting. You need to put the performance in today, not just for yourselves, but the fact that we're playing at fucking home. We're playing at home. Andre's leaving, there's people here, some people here. Let's try and get a win, because I tell you what, how can we play better away, put better performances in, away from home, but can't put performance in at home? We've got to start with that intensity, and we've got to work as a team. Free kicks, Dutch is all over it. I would like to see, if the ball's on the left-hand side, their keeper's very small, he's a 17-year-old goalkeeper. Just be aware of that, you guys. Just put balls into him, okay? Balls into him, working. Especially with corners. Corners, crowding. I don't want to see one person, the keeper, and the rest of the people outside of the 18-yard box. I want his 3 people crowding that 6-yard box. And Dutch can just ping that in. He's small. Jamie, Liam and Chris on their own. You won't even see the guy. You've got to use him. He's so small, that goalkeeper. Defending free kick, defending corners. Gussie on the post with Gosley. Attacking corners defensively. Gussie and Gosley back. Jeff on the 18-yard box. Alright? Prepare your free kicks. I won't mind seeing Carl Nickel try and whip it. If the ball's on the left-hand side, try and take a free kick with his right foot as well, rather than the cross in the box if you can, or when those balls over the top. But very important game for us, guys. Very important game for us. So let's use today as motivation for the rest of the season and go into the last round on a positive note, because we've got another 2-week break again. All right. So it's 1:15 now. 5 minutes, we'll go outside. Let's put a good performance in for us and for the club, guys. Okay, good luck. Good, ready? Once you put the music on, son. Good man. Don't forget, maybe in the second half we don't have to follow this system. Maybe once we settle ourselves down, we can open up a bit more and we can start playing. We're going to start pressing certain areas. At the moment, just like, things, a lot of things.